Friday top four, Rich Aurelia. Deep to center, and Steve Finley with a spectacular catch. Almost. JT Snow comes around, and the Giants take a 2-1 lead. Top six tied at 2. It's Aurelia again. Yanking a Brian Anderson fastball. It's a 2-run shot, his 20th. And the Giants are up 4-2. Top 8. Guess who? More Aurelia. Down the line, Matt Williams, full extension, and he sticks the landing. Gorgeous. Bottom 9 now. Giants up 4-3. Tying run on second. It's Rob Nen, the angel of death. See ya. Greg Colburn grounds to short. Nen, the save is 41st, and the Giants win 4-3. Rob Nen has now converted 28 straight saves. Think about that as we head into the postseason. This in support of Livan Hernandez, just his 5th road win of the year. He goes 8 innings allowed. John Mabry to center off Chan Ho Park. Tom Goodwin makes a spectacular catch, and yeah, that's a catch. Dodgers get out of the inning still leading 1-0. Top 6. Eric Karros to Phil Nevin. It's off his glove. Desi Relaford is there, though. Okay, did he lose a shoe? Let's check that again. I'm pretty sure he lost. Yeah, there it is. He lost the shoe. What's the deal with that? You know, if he had the high pants, that might not have happened. Still a nice heads-up play, as we indicate right there with the error. Gorgeous. Top 8 now, Woody Williams. That's Chan Ho Park at the dish. Feasting. Williams allowed 2 runs on 6 hits in 8 innings. Dodgers add to the lead now. It's 2-0. There's that word again. 3 batters later, Gary Sheffield is 43rd. This home run sponsored by the San Diego Zoo, and the Dodgers win. Chan Ho Park extends his scoreless inning streak to 25. Gary Sheffield's 43rd homer. For the AL West lead, playing the first of 3 at Anaheim. Top 1, Edgar Martinez facing Ramon Ortiz to 3rd. Troy Glaus, oops. Mike Cameron scores A-Rod to 3rd. Mariners add a sac fly, go up 2-0 without a hit. Bottom 1 now, Garrett Anderson facing Paul Abbott. It's up the middle. Mo Vaughn, the run dog, making the turn. 2-1 M's. Next batter, it's the Angels' Troy Glaus. Say hello to my little friend. Abbott waxed 8 runs on 8 hits in 5 innings. It's 4-2 Anaheim. Bottom 2 now, more Angels. Adam Kennedy. Up the middle. Abbott gets a glove on it. Mark McLemore will stay with it. We like determination and persistence. Bottom 3, 4-3 Angels. Mo. Down the first base line. And look at John Olerud. Full extension. Worth another look. The ball, you'll see, actually sits on Olerud's back. Good thing he's wearing that helmet. And he still makes the play. The circus is in town. Same inning, Benji Molina. And Benji Molina is going yard. His 14th of the year. That made it 7-3 Angels, and Anaheim goes on for the 9-3 win behind Ramon Ortiz, who goes 6 innings, allowing only 1 earned run on 4 hits. He's 3-1 in his last 4 starts. Garrett Anderson, a big night, 3-4, a couple of RBIs, solo homer. He's
Rogers facing Jason Giambi. Jason Giambi gets a hold of that one. Solo shot, his 42nd of the year.
MVP.
Yes, indeed. A's trail 2-1. Still bottom 4. Eric Chavez, bases loaded, facing Rogers. He's going to ground to second. Scott Sheldon, drops it. Gets Chavez at first, but Tejada scores. Tied at 2. Bottom 6, tied at 3. Bases loaded. Jonathan Johnson. Randy Velarde, single to center field. Chavez and Hernandez both score. 5-3 Oakland out in front. And the top of the 8th inning, it would be 6-4 A's with men on first and third. Chad Curtis up the middle. Velarde, diving stop, gets Curtis at first. Scott Sheldon did score. Rangers down 5-4. Take another look. Velarde up the middle. That, folks, is what we call leather larceny. 2 batters later, men on first and third. Ruben Sierra deep to center field. Terrence Long goes back, and makes the catch. Inning over. A's led 6-5. Tying run at the plate is Ringhausen facing Scott Sheldon. And that, folks, is your harmless pop out. A's in first place. 7-5, the final score. And so as the A's move into first place, you know what that means. Yes, that means the wild card standings have also changed. 89 victories for Oakland, 3 days rest. Fans were like, please, no, don't do it. And maybe they had something going. Maybe they knew something. Alex Gonzalez rips his 14th. Jay's 2nd home run of the 2nd inning. 4-zip Toronto. Charlie Manuel has seen enough. And then Cleveland, well, the big bats get going. Jim Thome, bottom 2 with a man on. Not anymore. His 36th. That one on its way to the bully in right center. Indians down 4-2. Take you next to the top of the 5th inning. 5-4 Tribe. Just inspired. Third pitcher on for the Indians. Dave Martinez takes one deep to center. Kenny Lofton says, "You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall." Spire was, well, all pumped up. Bottom 5 now. Manny Ramirez at the plate with a man on. Oh, Manny. Please, Manny, stay in Cleveland. That's what the fans say. Or at the very least, keep doing what you do. His 36th home run, keeping pace with Thome. 7-4 the Tribe out in front. A nice souvenir for somebody. Bullpen would make that lead hold up. Tony Batista grounds into the inning-ending double play in the 6th. Spire 3 1/3 shutout baseball. Now 7th. Mickey Morandini can't handle the hook. And would you know it, the Tribe comes roaring back. They were down 4 early, but they make them pay. 8-4 the final score Friday.
Mike Matheny needed surgery after severing 2 tendons and a nerve in his right ring finger with a hunting knife, a birthday present he had just opened. Matheny's a big loss, throwing out 51% of would-be base dealers. As closer Dave Veers said, "To me, he's our MVP." Eli Marrero starting Friday against the Reds. He and Carlos Hernandez will be the Cardinal catchers for the playoffs. Top 1, Sean Casey off Garrett Stevenson, his 20th, 3-0 Cincy. Stevenson allowed 5 runs in 5 innings, all on home runs. His September ERA 6.60. Top 4, Jason LaRue swings at strike 3. Marrero gets Juan Castro, completing the strike him out, throw him up. Bottom 4, Ron Vallone facing Jim Edmonds. Vallone allowed just 1 hit through the first 7 innings. Have a seat. Then it's Mark McGwire to end the 5th. Vallone tied a career high with 16 Ks. In the bottom of the 6th, it's Eric Davis. Ron Vallone, a 2-hitter. His 16 strikeouts tied the Reds franchise record by a left-hander, first set by the immortal Noodles Hahn in 1901. Apparently Chinese food in the Red Lakes clubhouse very big that year. Mark McGwire was 1 strikeout victim with his pinch hitter role. Big Mac now 4 for 13 since his return from the DL. Keeping an eye on the race for the National League's best record, we check on the Braves hosting Colorado. Another division championship sign going up. Top 1, Andres Galarraga to right center. Rafael Furcal going to wave him in. 100th RBI for El Gato Grande. Top 5, Todd Hollandsworth. And one day we're going to have a Juju B revolution. Number 19 for Hollandsworth. This off Andy Ashby, who allowed 3 runs on 5 hits in 7 innings. Next batter, Terry Shumpert, also homered. Top 9 now. This is Todd Helton, and that's a home run off Kerry Lightenberg, his 41st. 143 RBIs for Helton. He's batting .373 in case you still care. Rockies win 4-2. It's Atlanta's 3rd straight loss.
Trouble in the 1st. Well, Vlad Guerrero was no trouble. He did have 4 strikeouts, but it was not a terrific night for Mr. Hampton. We'll talk about that. At least, well, I wouldn't say terrific by his standards. Gave up just 3 hits, but he only went 5. As for the game itself, we're talking about the real hits of the game, like that one by Jay Payton. First career grand slam. That one coming in the bottom of the 1st. You know, before that, he was 1 for 20 this year with the bases loaded. Bat boy warming up because the Expos pitchers were getting roughed up. Amazons have won 6 of 7 and 3 in a row. Peyton slammed 8th for the club this year. That ties have met records set last season. Brewers taking on the Astros. Top of the 2nd, bases loaded. Scott Ellerton to Lou Collier. Lou's going to rip this shot down the 3rd base line. I'm not clairvoyant. I have a shot sheet. Check out Chris Truby. Stabs, hangs on, and gets the force out at 3rd. That ends the inning. Nifty play. Then it's Jeff Jenkins. Top of the 9th. Runners on 1st and 2nd. Nobody's on now. Brewers run it up. Yikes. 2nd home run of the game for Jenkins. Numbers 33 and 34. The to the bullpen they would need it Friday. 2nd inning, Andy Pettit struggling. Walks the leadoff batter, Cal Ripken. Then he walks Melvin Moore. Uh-oh. Then it's Chris Richard. Uh-oh. 4 walks from Pettit on the night. He threw 10 straight balls. Next batter, Brooke Fordyce. And if we're showing it, you know it probably meant it was a good hit for his club, and it was. A 2 RBI single. Ripken and Morrow both scored. 2-zip, the Birds out in front. Later in the 2nd, 6-0. I'm not kidding. Cal Ripken, single to right field. Delano DeShields says, thanks, I think I'll be scoring. Rough go for Andy Pettitte, 7-zip Orioles. Yankees bring in Doc Gooden, 2 outs, 2 on. Chris Richard at the plate. Chris Richard coming back home. 3-run jack, his 11th. 10-0 Orioles. Joe Torre needs Maalox, milk of magnesia, and Pepto. Derek Jeter, ground ball at third. Cal Ripken Jr., oh, man, leather larceny. 2 for 4, 2 RBI, and stellar defense. Paul O'Neill next up. Jerry Hairston. Anything you can do, Cal, I can do better. O'Neill and the Yanks hammered. Yikes. 13-2. It was ugly. 36 runs in 2 games for the Orioles. They become the first team in the American League with back-to-back 10-run innings. D-Rays.
Runners go once more.
Oh, it's going to be a long winter for Red Sox fans. Martinez with the base hit. Martinez actually would score on the win double, I should say. 6-4 D-Rays. Bottom 8. That's Bobby Smith. Double down the left field line. Russ Johnson is going to beat the Garcia power relay. Smith goes for third. And Smith's in there. But he gets plunked by the ball. And so he makes his way in. Smith 3 for 4 and 3 RBI. Top 9. Red Sox down by 2. Trot Nixon, 2 men on. Trot Nixon, not your hero. Trot Nixon is the GOAT. Tampa Bay wins its 6th consecutive game against teams battling for playoffs.
Got my vote. Bottom 2, Chris Singleton. Into center, Johnny Damon. And this is going to go all the way to the wall. That's a problem. It's the first inside the park home run by a White Sox player ever at the new Comiskey. Singleton's 11th home run this season. We're tied at 3. Bottom 7, it's 4-4. It's time for Mags. Maglio Ordonez. The conventional way to right center is 32nd. White Sox snap a 5-game losing streak, winning for the first time since they clinched the American League Central. Jim Parquet may have to be moved up in Chicago's rotation to start Game 1 of the division series if Mike Soroka does not recover from a hyperextended left elbow suffered Thursday. The White Sox will know more on Soroka after he throws on the side this weekend. Twins and Tigers, Jeff.
Honor the last series at Three Rivers.
Very much. Beat the Cubs tonight.
Beat the Cubs, he says. All right. Jason Kendall trying to fulfill Big Papa's wishes. Steve Rain outruns Kendall for the out, but Adrian Brown would be hustling home, and he beats the throw. What a night for Adrian Brown. He came in mired in a 2 for 24 funk and 0 for his last 18, but Friday he scored the go-ahead run in the 7th. He also added a 2-run single in the 8th as the Buccos get the win 8-4. Phillies taking on the Fish. Chuck Smith going for his 6th win of the season. Top 4, 1-zip Marlins. Smith to Travis Lee. That, folks, is a triple down the right field line. It hit the ball boy. Lee comes around to score on the throwing error by Luis Castillo. Game tied at 1. I'm not clairvoyant. The shot sheet tells me so. Now, I told you the ball hit the ball boy. Uh-oh, you can't do that if you're a ball boy. And so, okay, they replace the person down on the line. He gets the hook. Chuck Smith, 11 strikeouts, winning for the 4th time in 6 starts and striking out the side twice in the game. Castillo, his home run was his first at home, ending a streak of 800 at-bats without one.